contains products that some viewers may find offensive. So if you're the type of viewer who's easily shocked, then please switch off now and save us all a lot of grief.
Coming up later on Unnovations, remember the horrors of the Second World War with Lest We Forgetty Spaghetti. We leave our satisfied customers almost speechless.
Words can't express what they feel about it. I think it's good.
Tony Scannell wants to sell you some rusty spoons. That should make you feel very special indeed. But now on Unnovations, it's time for fun female non-refundables with Women's Things.
Welcome back. Now girls, it's time for an hour of women's things. Oh, that sounds a bit mucky, doesn't it? But it isn't. It just means that the next hour is packed with terrific innovations for us women. Things thought of by women for women, then made in China to keep the cost down. And first up is this. Quite simply, it's a mug that's more than just a mug. It's like your very best friend who just happens to be a handsome man and lives at the bottom of a big ceramic cup dressed as a sailor. It's brilliant. And he's gorgeous. And he's exactly what you girls need when you're feeling a little bit down. I don't know, maybe you've been dumped by your fella, put on a few pounds, or been poked around by the doctor, and you get home and you feel just a little bit blue. Well, if you're like me, all you want to do is put your feet up with a packet of bickies and a mug of chocochino, which is where this comes in. It's called Hello Sailor. And when I do this, you'll see why. Now, I'm using coffee, but Hello Sailor works with any liquid drink. Tea, coffee, the name of the rose. Oh, what am I talking about? That's a film. I mean hot chocolate. Here goes. I'm going to imagine I'm really depressed. Let's see what happens. I'm imagining that I've just caught my husband having sexual intercourse with our neighbour's daughter. She's a very pretty girl and he sometimes gives her a lift to college. Right. I'm really down now. So this is where I drink the coffee. Obviously, I'm not going to drink this coffee because the stuff they have here is shit. So, the handsome mariner appears and speaks his wonderful words of comfort directly to me.
I am real, and I will love you.
Did you hear that? I am real and I will love you. Already I feel a whole lot better. And you could too. You see, the Hello Sailor mug really is an alternative to a relationship with a real man. The Hello Sailor Love in a Mug costs just £11.18, which, when you do some maths, actually means it's cheaper than most things. I mean, I went bowling the other day and the shoe hire was more than that, and I'm size 5. So it really is great value. And what's more, this is more than a pair of bowling shoes. It's a mug for one. And I don't think I'd like to swig coffee from shoes that loads of other people have worn. And secondly, it's a friend, a handsome, rugged friend who lives in the mug at the bottom of the beverage ocean and tells you that he loves you just when you need it.
I am real, and I will love you.
And I will love you too. Have a look at this lovely little fella in action.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man, especially if that man then empties your savings account, does a bunk, and starts screwing your sister. But women, you don't need a man. You need Hello Sailor mug.
I am real, and I will love you.
And I'll love you too.
The Hello Sailor mug, because a cup can't screw other women.
Now, let's look at this week's Star Buy, the special gift on special offer for special people with special needs.
Mothers, have you spawned a monster? Has the fruit of your loins perpetrated an atrocity? Racked with guilt because your little Gareth smothered a tramp to death? Feeling silly because Timmy knocked off a major British TV personality? Mollify the pain with Evil Ease, a relaxing liquid drink and shower wash that comes in a cute teddy-shaped bottle with soothing messages of warmth printed on the label. 65% proof. Evil Ease, today's Star Buy, just £13.87.
Hello and welcome back to Women's Things. Now, I'm not married, but if I was, then I'd be Ross.
I thought you were.
No, I'm not. You're you.
I thought you were married.
Separated.
Oh, right. So you're single now, eh?
Separated.
Brilliant. Didn't know that. Right, good.
Now, I'm not married now, but when I was...
You want to try and forget about it now. Move on. Start seeing other people.
But when I was married, I really wish I'd had one of these next products. Now, imagine you've got all your girlfriends coming round for a chat and a coffee, but hey-ho, isn't it always the way? Your helpful hubby's taken up residence in the living room and you just can't budge him. What can you do? You don't want to sit there with your other half earwigging away about shoe prices, the guy at the fishmonger's and the size of his gentleman's dangle rod. And I know that if there's one thing that men hate, it's women talking to each other about their husbands in bed. Does the idea of women talking about your conduct in the bed place upset you, Ross?
Oh, not at all, Natalie. Not at all.
Well, anyway, the solution is here. The hubby cover. The suit is entirely soundproofed. Your husband won't be able to hear a thing. And it has jack plugs, so you can plug it into the TV. It's washable and contains the same sort of underpants system used on the moon landings, so that he never need take it off. OK, Ross, let's let the viewers see how it works in action by working it in action. Let's say I'm married to you.
OK. If the real Mrs. Ross is watching this at home, this is just for fun. Whatever you say, the new Mrs. Ross.
All right now, Ross, I've got the girls coming round in a minute, so if you just put this on, we can all have a natter without you having to listen in.
Of course, Mrs. Ross.
The cover is lubricated so that it slips on easy and it'll eat up any unnecessary fluids that might build up. And it's made of a rubbery material so that if your husband makes any sudden movements while he's inside, he won't disturb anyone. OK, Ross? Oh. There we are. Now, you sit down. And Beverly, will you come here and pretend to have a girly chat with me?
I'm having a cup of tea.
It's all right. You come and sit here. You won't have to do anything. We'll just have a girly chat like we're old mates. Well, this is nice, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it is, isn't it? I suppose we should talk about something we wouldn't want Ross to hear and then see if he can hear it.
Whatever you like, Natalie. It's your product.
So, Beverly, what does your husband's sperm taste of? Ross's taste of seaweed. I just made that up. I don't really know. Ross, could you hear that? There you are, the hubby cover. Just $98.78. Brilliant. These people loved it.
Ow!
When I was told what it could do, I laughed. When I saw what it could do, I knew my laughter was misplaced.
I'm not the one who is easily impressed by fancy gadgets. Isn't that true, my dear? But when I saw the Mac take it out of the box, I knew it was unpacking something brilliant and useful, darling, isn't it?
This product has transformed my life in every conceivable way.
Once you've used it, you'll wonder how you ever got by without one.
Now it's time for Unnovations to get really special, because it's that special time when we give an award to viewers who are ill or upset or who've run out of all hope because maybe a loved one has died or they've had an accident. It's time for our Shopper of the Month award. And this week I've been told to say that the award goes to Sheena Powell, who's recently returned to her hometown of Derby after serving 8 years for malicious wounding. Ouch. Like all our Shoppers of the Month, we'll be sending Sheena this fantastic plaque and leather key fob so she can look at the plaque and put keys on the fob. What functional mementos. But why is she our Shopper of the Month, I hear you asking? Let's find out by taking a look at her Unnovations profile. This is hard-faced Sheena. Not so hard to imagine her wounding now, is it? She likes milkshakes, her favourite colour is red, and if she hadn't been in prison for so long, she'd love to have been a vet or a helicopter pilot. Her parents were killed in a fire when she was just 12, which is when a lot of Sheena's problems began. At first she got into a bit of petty theft, then she became the school slag, which is where she met Mark, the man she would later repeatedly stab in the nuts with a fork. Since her release, Sheena has run up debts of over £2,000. Now, I've got this letter here nominating Sheena for the Shopper of the Month award, and it was written by her 9-year-old son, Troy, which I think is so sweet because he spilled beer and ash all over it. Here goes. Hello, I am Troy, and my mum has come home, and sometimes she lets me have chips, and sometimes we watch videos, but mainly smoke. She is always ringing up your telly and getting stuff, which is when Danny shouts a lot and burns my stuff down the woods. Give her that award thing, would you? Troy. And he's drawn a little picture of her stabbing. Bless. Well, yes, Troy, I will give her that award thing. In fact, I'll give her this thing. And the key fob as well. Well done, Sheena, you're our Shopper of the Month. Now, make sure you stay out of jail.
Here at Unnovations, we make every effort to get our manicured corporate hands on your paltry dogshit wages. But for the truly hopeless amongst you, even our peasants' tat-tat range can seem beyond your breadline birdseed budget, which is where our simple easy payment scheme comes in. Easy Pay lets you spread the entire cost of each purchase over one single payment. Apply for a direct debit form today and we'll take the entire lump sum directly from your Porpoise Pisspot account, so you won't even notice we're corporately bumming you. Join today and enjoy the freedom of owning the Unnovations of your choice, and we'll help ourselves to your funeral savings. Unnovations, your money or your sodding life.
Welcome back to Unnovations. Now, we've all walked through the customs, right? It's a nightmare, isn't it? There you are, entering the Nothing to Declare channel, and suddenly you can't help feeling as though you've done something wrong, even though you haven't. Or have you? Have you maybe packed too many cigarettes in that case? Or perhaps those adult playing cards you picked up for a jokey gift contain images that could see your name added to an offenders register. You can never feel 100% sure, and it's that kind of self-doubt that makes your face instantly look a little guilty. And don't think the guys at customs haven't noticed. They're watching you like a hawk, and they'd like nothing better than an excuse to take you round the back and, well, I don't have to tell you what they get up to round there. Don't even go there. You don't want to know what happens. Suffice to say, it involves them putting a rubber glove on one hand, holding a torch in the other, and meticulously examining the inside of your anus for concealed contraband goods. The best way to avoid that kind of situation is to train yourself not to look guilty. And that's where this little guy comes in. He's called Captain Scrutinizer, and he's the world's most sophisticated guilt detector. This is how it works. Captain Scrutinizer actually scans your face for signs of guilt, and at the slightest indication, his eyes light up and he lets out a distinctive bleep. Allow me to demonstrate. Beverly is under 50. There you go. Now, you can place it on your mantelpiece and practice walking past it for an hour each day, and we guarantee within a month you'll be able to conceal your guilt completely. It's good to start practicing by concealing little naughty thoughts, perhaps ones you've had about a younger colleague, and work your way up to bigger ones. With repeated use, it's possible to camouflage almost any level of guilt. Believe me, if Dennis Nielsen had had one of these, they'd never have arrested him for anything, even after they found the bodies. His innocence really would have been that convincing. And if only they'd had these at the Nuremberg trials, no, that would have been very, very wrong. Thank God they didn't. Thank God. Buy 5 and you can build a kind of guilt assault course in your own home. Try to make it from the bedroom to the garden without arousing the suspicion of one of these unforgiving and suspicious mechanical craniums. I've tried it and let me tell you, it's damn hard. And to be honest, really rather eerie. And of course, at just £89.25, it's terrific value for money. Quite good value for money. It costs £89.25. Great value for... Oh, you little tinker. And it's time to take a call. Hello, Bruce, on line 1.
Good morning.
Afternoon, actually, Bruce.
Oh, well, if that's your attitude.
Bruce? Bruce? Bruce, are you there? Well, we seem to be having a few technical difficulties here with the phone lines and everything, so while we get those ready, let me tell you about me. Yes, about me. I'm pleased, really, to have this opportunity for you to learn a little bit about me and what I'm really like. And not just talk about all these products all the time, even if they are fantastic value. Yes, so what about me? Well, who am I? I know every day you see a smiling face here on TV, but actually I am, like some people, a very complicated person. I have great depths, and I'd like to take some time to show you the real me and let you know what I'm really like. Not what I'm like here, but what I'm like in here. I want to tell you about it. I want to tell you about the pain. Oh, I'm told we've actually run out of time on this item. That's a shame. I was enjoying our little chat. You're a good listener. Maybe next time.
There now follows an announcement by the TPC. The Telly People Council are absolutely tired of receiving endless bloody complaints by people we frankly regard as stupid. Even though, as Bruno rightfully pointed out at the laundrette yesterday, it is what we're paid to do. Still, it would be nice to do something different for a change, like setting up a van hire company or work abroad. Anyway, until we sort out our CVs, the council has upheld a complaint against the broadcaster Unnovations. Even though it was a bloody stupid complaint. Apparently, some woman in her late 40s took offence at something Ross said once. Like we care. We personally think she should up her Valium dose, but we have to be seen to be doing our job, so the complaint is therefore upheld. There, happy now, love? No, of course you're not. People like you are never happy. It's sad. You're sad. This is the end of the verdict.
Hi, relax. Yes, it is me. But I'm not actually in your house. I'm on the telly. I know what you're thinking, as bloody usual. But the difference is I'm talking to you personally and not, as is usually the case, with a nurse who I want to sleep with, or an expert on criminal psychology. This time I'm speaking to you because you, whatever your name is, whoever you are genuinely important to me. And here's why. I want you to buy something from me. You knew that was coming, didn't you? The hard sell? Of course you did. You're no fool. You've been around. That's why I like you. You've played the odds. You know the score. We've all seen Gareth Hunt on the coffee ads. I'm not going to screw you around here with any of that false flattery stuff. You're too smart for that. All I'll say is this. I have a washing up bowl full of rusty old spoons, and I have to sell them all tonight, and I want you to buy them. Join me tonight and prove yourself.
The regime of Adolf Hitler and the Nazis had many victims, the 20 million men who died in the war, and not forgetting all the others too. Now, we cannot bring those people back to life, but to forget about their plight would be to quite literally add insult to injury. We must always remember those who died in the conflict and hope that by remembering and by educating our children as to what happened, we never again allow evil to flourish. And now you can ensure that your family never forgets the horrors of Nazis with Lest We Forgetty, pasta shaped into swastikas in a rich tomato sauce. Have a try, Natalie.
Oh, yes, please. That's lovely. Really tomatoey. They're an important reminder of the evils of totalitarianism.
And you'll remember how bad the Nazis were while filling a hole in the middle of the day.
And by buying these, you're actually helping people. 1p from each tin goes to a good cause. The Welsh Library Project, the WLP. Buying books by the Welsh for the Welsh, with the use of Welsh keenly in our thoughts. At least that's what it says on the tin. And I suppose if you've already remembered about Hitler, it can help you remember other things as well, like the penalty shootout in Euro 96, or who the baddies were in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And if you like Lest We Forgetty spaghetti, you'll love these.
Now, the Lest We Forgetty spaghetti is just one of our great range of novelty food products. And if we've already got your taste buds shooting with fire, why not try some of these crazy cuisines? First, there's unique Mash Humphreys. Each packet of this delicious dried potato comes with a unique stencil, allowing you to fashion fluffy mash shapes of the political commentator and Radio 4 sex jock John Humphreys. Delicious, and definitely one for the ladies. Or why not try our pork gloves? These attractive hand garments, fashioned entirely from prime pork sausages, are a must for a winter's morning. Simply nibble a finger whenever you're peckish, ensuring your hands stay warm and your belly full. And who could resist this? The Licorice Loo Seat. It's light and portable, ensuring you can nibble as you drop, safe in the knowledge that your bum will stay totally germ-free.
And that's all from me, Natalie Jones, and her, Beverly Newbond, on Unnovations this evening. But if you want to look at us some more, you can always buy a copy of TV Instant magazine, where there's a feature about us too. It's great, isn't it, Bev?
Yes, it's all right.
Oh, sorry, I forgot you didn't like it. Beverly thinks the photo of her in the article isn't very flattering. The picture goes across the fold of the page and makes her look a bit backward.
I wouldn't say backward, Natalie.
I would. Anyway, that's all from us today. Now time to pass you over to Mary Ringworm and her orthopaedic ornament hour. Goodbye.
Goodbye.